Today I'm gonna do something that I've never done in an elite boss before, and that is using fast track. Now I do this very often actually when playing normal bosses because they are a lot easier, they have a lot less HP, and fast track does in fact save a lot of time when you're trying to kind of grind through these bosses. But for the elite ones you actually do need to farm. So for the people that don't know what fast track does, it essentially lets you skip 1/4 of all of the rounds in a certain game. And yes, this in fact does work in bosses, but you don't want to use it in elite bosses because you're starting with $12,200 in this case. This number could be a lot higher if you start from round 1 and you actually just keep farming. That's why it's a bad idea. Now I do feel comfortable doing it in this specific boss event because we are playing Bloons with no tower limitations. Well, the only modifier I guess is the 200% HP, so I guess there's that. But still, I did feel a little bit more comfortable doing it in this specific event. So let's try and make it happen. So first off, we're going to be doing a lot of discounts. Discounts are very important. You also want to have the lead to gold, which is kind of a staple versus Bloons. Farm here on the other side, and then what are we going for? I was thinking just the trap because this is like the OG trio, I guess. All right, is this gonna be enough? We don't have any camo detection, and that's by design actually. I think that we can leak all the camos on 36 and 37. Let me just, by the way, use this level 3 ability from Ben. Yeah, so the round set versus Bloons is switched up a little bit. Some of these balloons are getting upgraded by 1 layer, so that's why we saw ceramics in 35. I think we're fine though, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is exactly why you want to have the lead to gold, because that thing just made us like $3,000 in the span of 1 round. Let's go like this. Let's go for another marketplace. Wait a minute, can we actually tank these guys? Oh, I don't know about this one though. So how many lives is one white balloon? Hopefully... Oh, that doesn't look good. 10, 11. Oh my god, it's 11 lives, isn't it? All right, let's try it like this. Oh, for these these camo balloons, I'm just gonna get like a base ninja. We have 76 lives, guys. If we had 78, we would have been able to tank all of these guys. So a little bit unfortunate, but I think this ninja is gonna help out just enough. Let me also, by the way, get this farm going. And how many lives is this gonna be? It's gonna drop a significant amount, but this is, yeah, so much better than last time. It's down to 35. That's really good. Let's get one more marketplace, and I think we're gonna stop at 3, guys, because the boss is upcoming in a second, and we have absolutely nothing to defend this guy. Alright, so here comes double HP Bloons. The way that I wanted to defend this guy is just the usual stuff. So the I guess sticky ninja into the tag zone. That is a super expensive setup, so let's see what we can make happen. Can we fit another farm? No, we cannot. Okay, so how do we make a little bit of extra cash? I mean, maybe the rubber to gold, is that even gonna be like a good idea? Yeah, let's just get the rubber to gold a little bit earlier. Alright, so 44, a lot more lead balloons incoming. I feel like this flash bomb is doing a little bit of disservice actually, because I think the AoE is popping some of the lead balloons, and I'm not exactly seeing this guy make that much cash. He's set on close though, so he should not be targeting the boss as much. Let me actually just start getting ready for the tag zone. So I'm just gonna get the overdrive. We have to be really careful because the second that we pop the primary immunity, rock balloons are gonna start coming out, and the primary immunity is getting rid of in a second. So let's sell, get the tag zone, and hopefully this is enough, guys. The tag zone is usually more than enough versus the tier 1, and it looks like it is gonna be enough versus this one. I'm just, you know, a little bit concerned about the rock balloons, because once you increase the boss HP to 200%, I think the rock balloons' HP gets increased as well. So yeah, that might be a little bit annoying, but we're halfway through, and this is the point at which the tag zone can do the most amount of damage. So we either win here, or I don't know, like he's gonna go on the top side and it's not happening. Now the damage is going well actually, so let's just chill for a second. I do want to be buying the Minneapolis, so if we sell both of these guys and go like this, yeah, there we go, that's absolutely perfect. All right, and let's just keep placing all these farms. So we have the Minneapolis going, and this is gonna be the last shield that we're gonna be getting rid of, so he's gonna speed up a little bit, but this is the support immunity, and I think we have it, guys. Yes, we deal with the tier 1, and that's really nice. All right, so let's just keep buying these marketplaces. All right, so all the start, turn this thing off, and let's, after this round is end, let's actually fix our setup a little bit. Okay, so we have a lot of things to sell, so let's sell the alchemist, sell the tag zone, and sell the ice. We have $31,000. I'm gonna buy 1 central market, and I think this is how I'm gonna do things. So we're gonna buy 2 more marketplaces, and then we also need to have a tower that's gonna be dealing with all of these small balloons because we are in the 50s. So get an overdrive, and I think this is gonna be, oh my god, wait a minute, camo balloons. Okay, so let's just buy like a sub like this, get it as a 301. Okay, these are 45 ones actually. Do we need an alchemist for this guy? Hopefully not. Hopefully the trap can absorb them. We're gonna make a decent amount of money from these guys though, don't get me wrong, so I'm not exactly complaining. But yeah, so far so good. I think we've sort of stabilized we're way behind schedule, but we have stabilized, I guess, our defenses versus everything. This is exactly why doing this is such a bad idea. I mean, you get so far behind on the farming, and in some cases, like, it's even straight up impossible to recover, honestly. This is gonna be our third central market. I think I'm gonna push it a little bit. I think I'm gonna buy like at least 1 or 2 more, hopefully, if we can fit them in the range of this village. So we're gonna have one here on the left side, I think, for sure. Yeah, there we go. And then one thing that I didn't get for the tier 1, but I'm definitely gonna get for this next one, is gonna be the favorite trades boat with the grape shot, just for the extra little bit of damage. And as the tier 2 is approaching, I was actually thinking of using the Mad, but there's gonna be a period where he's gonna be immune to military, right? So I was just thinking of just doing the tag zone with the super build just to get rid of the military immunity, and then we just go back to using the Mad. I feel like that's kind of a cheap choice, so let's actually work towards that. All right, then here we go. We get the money for the Mad, so I'm just gonna have the Mad aim like this. I'm gonna use the ability because we want to speed things up a little bit, and the next thing that we're going for is gonna be the tag zone into the super build ice. So let's get ready for that thing. Let's go like this. Oh, a bunch of Bloons actually. Let me have the Mad aim a little bit towards the downside so that the Let's get popped by the lead to cold. With the Mad ability raise, so I'm just gonna use it. And then do we need to use like the siphon just to make things a little bit easier? Because I see around 63 in the background. Yeah, I'm actually gonna use it. Let's just reduce one of these waves. And how is everything looking? Okay, so we don't have the tag zone yet, so I'm gonna sell one of the farms. Let's buy it. Oh, we're not popping the rock balloons though. Look at this thing. Oh, that's not a good sign. Let me sell one of these other farms as well. Get the super build going. I'm gonna upgrade the alchemist as well. And guys, this tag zone is not enough versus the rock balloons, is it? Maybe we need an overclock for it. Oh, these guys are leaking like crazy. No, it's not even popping like one of them. Okay, so let's use the Mad ability, and I'm just gonna buy the overclock first. So let's get ready before we trigger the Mad ability. Let me get the overclock. Do we have the money for everyone? Oh, we triggered it actually. Okay, we need to be really fast. They don't even have the super build already. So oh, let's panic a little bit. So get the tax down. Do we have the money for a super build? Nope. Let's sell the other farm as well. And is this gonna be enough now? Hopefully it is, guys. So let me overclock. Is this a tax zone, by the way? Yeah, it is. All right, so now please tell me that this is enough. Let me just get the 420 alchemist. Tell me this is enough to beat the rock balloons by themselves. Once we get rid of the military immunity, I think we're actually fine. I think we can defeat this one. It's just this little, oh, it's still leaking. Oh my god. Okay, hopefully we can leak those guys. The military immunity is gone, by the way, so now this guy can attack. Let's use the Mad ability. We're leaking 2 of these guys. How many lives is that? That's I mean, that's a significant amount, but we can manage actually. Let's overclock the Mad now, and I think the tag zone is unnecessary. I'm just gonna keep it on the field just so we do a little bit of extra damage, but I think that's gonna be the tier 2, right? Oh my god, that's so annoying actually. Look at our farming. We have like a single central market. Yeah, this is terrible. Okay, let me just use the Mad ability. Is all the start off? That's gonna be a tier 2, by the way. So let's just collect our reward, and let me see if all the start is, yeah, it's off. So as soon as this round ends, we have to fix our farming ASAP. All right, so sell the Mad, sell the super bill, sell the tag zone, and that is, bam, enough money for the banana central. And we do keep the overclock, which is really nice. So let's make sure we overclock this guy. I'm just gonna have like a tech pod here next to it, and this is it, guys. Round 65, an absolutely terrible farming setup. 1 central market, 1 banana central. So I guess the goal in the next 3 rounds is just gonna be keeping the spam going with the 420 farms, as many as possible, and hopefully we can buy a decent amount of them before the tier 3. Actually, you know what I was thinking? This XXL trap actually recently got a buff in the cash generation that it does. It went from 2x to 3x, and it can store a lot of balloons inside of it. So let me just try this thing for farming just as an experiment. Let's have the trap like this. I'm still gonna keep this guy. He's like an overdrive. I don't care that much. But let's try and see how much money we're gonna make with this trap, actually. So we're starting with 18,000, and we're gonna do a checkup when we're done. I mean, that's great progress, isn't it? Look at where we started and where we're at right now. So a bunch of 420 farms. I bought the Wall Street as well, and I have like a little bit of setup here in the top right, a little bit of setup on the top left. I also managed to buy the Mad, which is gonna be the only thing that we need, I guess. Okay, let me actually not jinx it. I'm not sure if this is gonna be the only thing that we need, but hopefully this guy can get rid of the primary immunity for us, and then we can go in something like the Tack Paragon, which I've not used in a while actually. By the way, speaking of this big trap that we bought, look at the amount of money it's made. $97,000. We started with 18k. This is insane, guys. What I'm saying is that I should be using this guy way more often in farming, because this is just like free money. He's making money from the Bloons, and that's not something that a lot of towers do in BD6. Alright, and talking about the Mad, this guy needs a little bit of help, it looks like. So let me just get another overclock for him and see if this is gonna be enough, because he's struggling. This double HP on the boss is actually so annoying. Let's combine the overclock with the ability. Is this gonna be enough? I mean, it's doing a decent amount of work to the shield when the ability is up, but it's gonna be a slow one for sure. You guys know what? I'm actually gonna buy the super mines just because I want to speed this thing up a little bit. So let's just speed up the primary immunity, and then we're gonna sell both the super mines. Just gonna put all the money into Tack Paragon, and that should be completely fine. We have another combo coming up, by the way, so let's use the overclock, use the Mad ability, which still does a lot of damage. I mean, look at the HP HP bar just getting destroyed while the ability is active, and that is probably gonna be about it. Now, how strong of a Tack Paragon do we want for this one? Probably not that much, honestly. Let's sell the mat. I'm gonna sell the super mines as well. Let's get this guy going, and then how much money do we want to put into this thing? The maximum is 300k, so let's do about 100. I think we can afford this thing. It's a degree 18, I think I saw. Yeah, let's see if this degree 18 is gonna be enough versus the double HP boss. So we're gonna need the boss to kind of come inside of the range of the Tack Paragons for the majority of the damage, and I think, you know, just doing something like this is not gonna hurt, right? Get the super bill over there on the side, and then just keep the farming going, honestly. Let's just make sure we keep placing all these farms. Alright, so the boss isn't coming in the range of the Tack Paragon, so let me use the Maelstrom ability. I think I'm just gonna use the meteor. Oh my god, that took away almost an entire HP bar just by one single ability. I should be using this thing a lot more often, I think. We just keep placing all these farms on the side, and how is the HP doing? I'm gonna use one more Maelstrom ability. We're gonna have probably one more meteor by the end of this, and that should be enough for the tier 3, although it's round 90, by the way, so this has taken us a while. Actually, we need to start getting it for the tier 4, but there goes the tier 3 on round 91. A little bit later of a pop than I would have liked to, but the farming is doing good. We have a Paragon on the field, and then we're just placing all these 420 farms, so yeah, I think we're in a good spot for dealing with the tier 4 now. Alright, so round 99, I know it's a little bit of a mess of screech, so let me walk you guys through everything is happening. I'm planning on getting the Knave Arc, but that's gonna be for the tier 5. For the tier 4, I was thinking the Sub Paragon plus the tank that we bought for the tier 3. So let me actually try it like this. Let's just not put too much money into this thing, like 200,000. That's gonna be a degree 20, I think I saw. Yeah, there we go. Are these two Paragons gonna be enough to defeat a 200% tier 4? We're talking about an 18 attack and then a 20 sub. I feel like the first two immunities are gonna be the most difficult because the first one is the primary, the second one is the military, but once those two are done, then both of these Paragons can start working together, and I think things are gonna become a lot easier. Alright, so the Sub Paragon seems to be doing very well on its own, and I think this next phase is gonna be the most important one when the military immunity is up, because it's still the degree 18 tag that we had from before, and this guy, I'm not sure how he's gonna fare versus this boss. Yep, you can definitely notice the lack of damage. I think we still might have it though. Maybe I'm a little bit concerned about the rock balloons because I can see some leaking on the side, so let's just keep using the Maelstrom ability, I guess. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a slow grind, but I think the Tack Paragon has this thing, right? We're not concerned about anything else at this point besides dealing with the boss, because the entire map is filled with farms anyway, so it's not like we would be doing anything with the time if we just pop the boss a little bit faster, right? It's just a matter of this Tack Paragon defeating the boss so that both of them can actually start doing damage. We have an army here, so let's just use this guy as well, and about halfway there with the HP bar, honestly, I think we do have it. Dribble is a little bit faster when the shield is off, so this is the time in which he's gonna take the most damage, and I think we actually do have this one. Yeah, degree 18 tag, it's all you need, guys. As soon as we get rid of this military immunity, bang, now both of them start working together, so this is the green light to actually use the nuke ability from the sub around 110 though. Yeah, but this is gonna be a while. Let's see how much damage the ability is gonna do. That's a lot of damage, actually. I'm really happy with that. Yes, the damage is skyrocketing now that both of these guys are attacking, and we have a decent amount of money in the bank account, actually. 2.2 million. We're gonna sell all these farms, now we're gonna make the Knave Arc. I guess the only thing that I'm concerned about at this point is what are the other Paragons gonna be from the other categories, because we're gonna have the Knave Arc, probably gonna go for the Goliath, but not 100% sure, and that is the only question that we have to solve before the tier 5. So there goes the tier 4, and I'm gonna see you guys in a second for the tier 5. And that's gonna be round 119, ending with 3.1 million in the bank. So let me sell all these farms and see how much money we're gonna end up with. That's gonna be $4.2 million, and let's buy our first Paragon, which is gonna be a Knave Arc, so no cash put into this thing. Let's see what's the degree we're gonna get on this one. It is a 32. That's respectable, I guess. Alright, this is gonna be Paragon number 4, and there is a 4 Paragon limit actually, so once we buy this guy, we're gonna have to take a little bit of a break, so I'm gonna put in, like, I guess about 700,000 should be fine for the Ninja Paragon. That's a degree 45, I think I saw on this one. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Paragon number 3, the Goliath, which is gonna be getting buffed by the Knave Arc, so this is an amazing combo, but I do want to leave a little bit of extra cash for the last Paragon, so let's just do it something like this one, and let's just put like 1.7 million in total into this one. That's gonna be degree 37. There we go, it's a 37. That's pretty respectable, actually. And the last Paragon, the Glaive Dominus, I wanted to just buy something else from a different category because we want to diversify a little bit. We have 2 military ones so far, so let's just do it like this. What's the degree on the Boomer that we got? It is a 47. That's great. All right, so one last tower. Get this guy, the Cripple Moab, as damage amplification tower, and then I'm just gonna buy the Glue Storm, and the money is absolutely perfect, guys. Look at this thing, $1,300 remaining, and let's see if all these guys can defeat a 25 million HP Dread Bloon. But keep in mind, this is just, I don't know how much HP the shields are, but if I had to guess, we're looking at like probably literally over 40 million HP that we have to do in damage versus this boss. So let's use the bombardment ability. We have the primary immunity, so all of our Paragons are... Actually, the boomerang is not attacking, yeah. Alright, so there goes the primary immunity, and this is gonna be the most important one because our two strongest... Well, I'm not sure if the Navark is stronger than the Ninja, actually. I don't think it is. I should say two very important Paragons of ours are just military ones, and this is exactly where the boomerang plus the Ninja need to just do their thing. This reminds me a little bit of the tier 4. It's gonna be a slow grind, especially because the Ninja's sticky bombs, they seem to be, you know, you can definitely see the damage going, but it's not as fast. So it's gonna be a slow grind, but I think we're definitely gonna be getting there. Yeah, it's slowly but surely getting the damage done, and then after this one is done, when the Goliath in combination with the Navark start attacking, things are gonna go a lot smoother, I feel like. But yeah, there we go, about halfway there with the military immunity, and once this thing is done, let me actually just make sure I move the bombardment ability, which I think this range here should be fine, and there it goes. Alright, so let's use the bombardment ability, let's use the glue storm. The ability is gonna miss a little bit, actually. That's fine, we're gonna get another shot at this. It's an absolute mess on screen, I know, but this is just the way that it goes, guys. Late game BT6, you know how it is. Let me actually move the bombardment ability like this in a more proper pattern, let's just call it like that, and these guys are not gonna miss at all. So take a look at the damage they're gonna do. This is gonna be a huge... Never mind, at least the damage from the normal attacks is good enough, but the bombardment ability is not showing to work today. I'm just gonna keep moving it though. We have to keep using this ability, but there it goes. This is gonna be the last immunity. So all Paragons attacking, and this should be no problem, and we actually do get it done, which is, you know, starting with fast track versus an elite boss. This is my absolute, I think, first time that I'm doing this ever, and it was really fun. I would actually not try to do this in a more complicated boss like we've had some of these guys in the past few weeks, but this was like the 200% HP. I think that this was a decent enough boss for us to give it a shot, and we actually get it done. So yeah, there you go. That is gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Oh, look at that, it's the monkey, by the way. That's crazy.